podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice. Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
The Boxing Voice, bringing you the most relevant news and latest rumors in the sport of boxing from around the world, while delivering diverse opinions and thought-provoking insights from a revolving cast of panelists. The most relevant guests in boxing, answering hard-hitting questions and touching on the topics that interest you the most. Correspondents from all over the globe, giving us the inside track on what's happening from fight town to fight town, and access to the inner workings of events allows you, the listener, a chance to get inside the fight. From continent to continent, coast to coast, we give you, the caller, a consistent outlet to voice your opinions on topics relevant to you by subscribing to iTunes, creating a tight-knit community by connecting the sweet science's most enthusiastic fans. Now, Nestor Gibbs.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another morning edition with the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, and we are back to discuss the heavyweight division. We have a perfect fight for Adam Kownacki. It seems like Adam Kownacki versus Dominic Breazeale is in play for March 7th in the Barclays Center on Fox. Damn good fight. For Kownacki, basically, you're on the heels of Deontay Wilder. You're fighting a lot of his opponents, so there's tons of common opponents between the two. And you kind of build your storyline off of that. You know, can you do better than he did versus said particular opponent? Will you struggle? And I'll be honest, I like that they're using Dominic Breazeale. Remember, I spoke to his manager, Keith Conley, who told me, you know, a rematch with Arreola is something that they were not looking at. They were not expecting that fight to be as tough as it was. So do they think that Dominic Breazeale would be any easier of a test? I don't know. I'm seeing the chat talk about Christian Hammer. Honestly, though, Christian does absolutely nothing for me. I know he's a common opponent with Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury, but if you're Fox, Heyman, and PBC, you may be looking at Dominic Breazeale with lovey-dovey eyes, right? He has the Anthony Joshua cachet, the Deontay Wilder cachet. Now, I've seen some mummies, some retards in the chat saying, nah, man, this guy's washed up, he's done. Well, 2 losses doesn't make you done. You know, this is a perfect way for Dominic to bounce back. If he can beat an undefeated, up-and-coming contender like Adam Kownacki. We all know Adam just kind of sitting around waiting for it. Not sitting around in a negative way, but definitely waiting for a shot. And if Dominic Breazeale can knock him off before he can get his shot, well, he then earned his way back into title contention. Dominic Breazeale is a common opponent with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, the 2 tops of the division, not named Tyson Fury. And it's a great barometer fight, in my opinion, for Adam. I would like to see him come in shape and maybe really do a number on Breazeale if he can. And for Breazeale, it's like I'm saying, he's back in the game. He's back in the mix if he could get this win. And Breazeale, he wants this fight. He took to his social media and had some words for Adam Kownacki, like he always does, right? And that's what you can bet on when it comes to Dominic Breazeale. You know that, you know, he's gonna build up the fight. He's gonna talk a little bit of trash, and he's gonna tell you how he feels. And you know, we're gonna go to that right now on his verified Instagram, which, you know, I gotta say, he did close this Instagram, and now he's got it back open after the Deontay Wilder knockout, and that's cool. You know, that's kind of what I want. You know, I don't want to see him disappear from social media. But as you can see right here on his verified Instagram that he reopened, he says, "What's up, Adam Kownacki babyface? Looks like you don't have an opponent lined up for your next fight. I've called you out twice, but apparently you need more time to prepare for me. Let's give the fans a hell of a heavyweight slugfest. We can do this in February. Is that enough time for you to prepare? Hashtag trouble. Hashtag Premier Boxing Champions," with a little fist emoji. You know, a little fist emoji. Punch you right in your face emoji. And I like the energy, man. I really do like the energy from Dominic. We know that he's going to, build up the fight. Adam is a nice guy. He's a gentleman, So Adam won't be the one talking shit. We're going to need Dominic to keep coming back, keep reminding us that Adam wants more time, that Adam doesn't want to fight him, that he's being forced to fight him. Like, he's got to run with that storyline. Hopefully, we can get a good fight out of it. Again, I really honestly think it's a decent fight for both men, honestly. I don't think of many other options for Adam except like a Rivas, which is undefeated and, brings nothing. Like, you'll get some cachet from fight fans, but I don't know that it's worth putting yourself in that position, right? You're highly ranked in the WBA and BC and IBF. For the WBC, it looks like Adam is number 8. For the WBA, he looks like number 3. For the IBF, he's also number 3. And for the WBO, he's also number 3. So, Adam has some pretty damn good options. And I think by waiting, he's seeing what shakes out. Now, if the WBO strip Anthony Joshua, Adam being number 3, there could be a possibility, because Keith Conley is his manager, that Usyk and Adam have to fight, or Usyk and Joseph Parker the number 2. Now, Joseph does already have a fight in February. Maybe he doesn't want it. We will have to see how that shakes. And then the same thing for Adam in the IBF. Once Pulev gets his shot, Adam's next, because number 2 is vacant and number 3 is Adam. So the minute Pulev gets his shot in the IBF, Adam will be bumped up, and you can see him right here in the WBO at number 3, and you can see him right here in the IBF at number 3 with the number 2 vacant. Pulev gets his shot. That's going to bump him up. He's the lowest in the WBC, which is strange, but I guess I get it. He hasn't really fought any highly ranked WBC fighters. A lot of people saying, what's wrong with Luis Ortiz? I think Luis just got knocked out. He needs a little bit more time to get it back, and Luis deserves a return tune-up. Dominic Breazeale kind of coming back tough, but that's 2 losses. You got to earn your keep, after 2 knockout losses is a little bit different. Good morning, Serge. Can't wait to see you on Border Wars Champ. What it do? Get that footage to me. Let's see. We got also Adam in the number 3 in the WBA. So he's positioned nicely across 3 sanctioning bodies of the top 4 major. And, he's just got to wait. So this is a perfect fight for him to just sit back, relax, and let things shake out, You get a fight with a common opponent of Deontay Wilder, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. So it gets people talking, and it's not the toughest opponent, right? Dominic Breazeale's been through some wear and tear at this point, and it's more a matter of how does Adam beat him? Now, if Adam doesn't, Dominic has earned his shot back into that title contention, back into title talk, you know what I mean? Adam Kownacki's a heavyweight that we all, I'm not going to say think highly of, But we all don't mind seeing him in the mix. We know that he's a type of fighter that's really going to let those hands go and make the fight. So when I seen this, I waited a bit. I didn't want to jump right on it. I was fearful that it was rumor. But obviously now that my trusted website, Boxing Scene, has reported it, I'm jumping all over it. I think this is a perfect fight for Adam. You know, Adam is a friend of the show. I tried to reach out to his trainer. Hopefully we could get his trainer on and see what he thinks of the style matchup. Because that would be good, you know. I didn't want to bother Adam with this, you know what I mean? Because, you know, when they don't have the fight, there's not really much they can say, so we'll wait. Carlton Palmer saying, don't I want to see a competitive fight for a Kownacki? I think that Breazeale is a competitive fight. I think that Breazeale's always been in a competitive fight. I just think that, you know, possibly not you, but the way that you're sounding, you just sound like those boxing fans that are fickle, that, you know, you have a loss or two and you're no good. Rosado has like 9. Salido had 11 or 13 at the time of beating Lomachenko. So you guys just need to stop it, man. If you're sour pussies, you don't like the sport, go somewhere else. You know what I mean? I don't care that the dude has a loss. I'm going to watch Jorge Linares versus Carlos Morales. I'm going to watch Fonseca versus Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? I'm going to watch Richard Coleman come back after his 3rd or 4th loss. Like, I'm watching Tevin Farmer after 4 losses. Like, if you're not like me, then just kick fucking rocks. You know what I mean? Don't try to change my mind because you think a fight isn't good, because you judge people off of 1 loss, because you never fucking been in the ring, never been punched in the face, and don't know how serious it is. You're just talking from the outside, you know, talking this undefeated record shit, thinking everybody's Floyd in your little ass head. But that's not what it is. Everybody can't be undefeated. And 1 loss doesn't define you, neither does 2. You know what I mean? There's plenty of people that have come back from 1 and 2 losses to be at the top of the game. And that's what Dominic Breazeale can do with this shot. He could beat an undefeated dude that's highly ranked across 4 sanctioning bodies. So what would happen if he beat him? The egg would be on your face, talking about you don't want to see a competitive fight. How the fuck ain't this competitive? When has Dominic Breazeale come to lay down? When has he not let hands go? When has his fights not been exciting? Like, honestly, bro, people, you know, you just talk because you got fingers to type. That's the problem, and the saddest problem, and I'll be honest with you. But I like the fight. I like that it's on Fox. I think Fox thinking, you know, picking up again a common opponent of Deontay Wilder, someone that was already on the TV, someone that already did, well, actually, Dominic Breazeale was on Showtime. Dominic Breazeale was on Showtime, now that I think about it further, but Deontay Wilder's last fight was on Fox, and maybe they're trying to get cachet off of that. Who knows? But I think that Dominic is the better opponent. If we're comparing him to, or we're putting him next to a possible Christian Hammer. Brings nothing. No U.S. television, no talking, nothing. He at least Dominic is in a trash talk. I already showed you his social media. He's already out there trash talking. You know what I mean? What is Christian Hammer bringing to the table? Who's next? Who else did you want? You know what I mean? What are they bringing to the table is all I'm saying. And I'm not talking, are they bringing ticket sales? Are they bringing viewership? I'm just saying, are they going to help build the fight? Or is it going to be 2 dudes sitting there absolutely quiet? Because you know that Adam is not a talker. Adam's a nice guy, super duper nice guy. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I like the Breazeale fight. I like it more than the Hammer fight. Looking at the rankings, if we went through the IBF, you know, only other guy that he could fight is Ajit Kababel, not known in America, so he's off the list. Anthony Joshua, not going to fight him, busy with mandatories, he's off the list. Tyson Fury, busy, he's not going to fight him, he's off the list. And we're going down the IBF. Michael Hunter, possibility. Cross network, though, cross promotion, you know, Dazn and Fox, not going to happen. Gerald Washington already fought him. Philip Hargrovic, again, cross promotion with the broadcasters. Povetkin, cross broadcasting. Parker, cross broadcasting. Daniel Dubois, cross broadcasting. Tom Schwartz, possible. Zhao Zhang, cross broadcasting. Oda Wallen, possible. We go down to WBA. Luis Ortiz, I'm sure it's possible, coming off that knockout loss. Not going to want it. Andy Ruiz, still spending that money. No one's heard from him. Robert Helenius, what does he really do for Adam? What's a bigger name? Dominic Breazeale or Robert Helenius? Dominic Breazeale. You win a prize. Alexander Povetkin, we spoke about cross broadcast. Hunter, cross broadcast. Chisora, cross broadcast. Cababel, cross broadcast, does nothing. Pulev, waiting for a title shot. Christopher Lovejoy. If I'm correct, Lou DiBella doesn't think this dude belongs to, doesn't belong to be ranked. There was a big Twitter thing between Lou and Chris Lovejoy on Twitter, and if I understood it correctly, because I could be confused, this could end up being a Lou DiBella promoted fighter, and that's how he's trying to get some publicity for him. But Lou went on a rant how Christopher Lovejoy did not belong in the rankings. Now, I never heard of this man until Lou tweeted about him, and he tweeted about him because he was put in the WBA rankings, and sure enough, he's in the WBA rankings. So whoever the fuck Chris Lovejoy is, that's not a big enough name. That's not better than, what's my man name? Dominic Breazeale. Sergey Kuzma, also not better than Dominic Breazeale. Old ass Fezzo Kendo brings nothing. So I think PBC would be served right if they went with the Breazeale fight. These are your names right here. These are your names. If you can't get any of these guys in, and you know what's funny? I don't even see Breazeale in the rankings. What the fuck? Has everybody dropped him out the top 15? That's disrespectful, man. Poor guy. He's really not in any of these Yo, he's really not in any of these rankings? How could he just get dropped from the top 15 across all four? Bro, man, this is a dirty game. I'm telling you, when you check Sean Porter, he's at number 10 in the IBF after being a champion in unification fight. These rankings are dirty, bro. They don't play. They don't play, man. I mean, how is Dominic Breazeale, with the fights he's been in, not even ranked above a guy like Junior Fa that hasn't fought anybody? I mean, wow. Really? Crazy. Well, there you go, man. This is basically the show. It's more about what you want and do you like what they got. So it's a hate it or love it situation, you know what I mean? Hate it or love it, Adam Kownacki versus Dominic Breazeale, Barclays Center, live on Fox. What do you think? You like it? You don't? We're going to go out to the phone calls. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget to add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation and call in anywhere in the world. All right, ladies and gents, let's get this thing started.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
All right. Let's see what we got. We're going down the line. Masterminds, boomerangs, ringers. Let's go out to J-Mac on the boomerang. Good morning. What it do? J-Mac, going once.
Motherfuck murder, mayhem, last words of the stainless. Told you I would kill you, squeeze after I aim it. If you're talking money, then you're speaking my language. Or shut the fuck up in grown folks' conversation.
Yo, I'm at work. Give me like 2 seconds, switch off Bluetooth.
All right. Our working listeners, man. We love the blue collar guys. So remember the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion. We're talking Adam Kownacki versus Dominic Breazeale.
So is this fight official? I thought I heard you say that too.
It's in play, but it's smelling like it's nice and done.
Yeah, that's the sexiest name I can think of right there, man. It's just, especially as far as U.S. heavyweights. I mean, Jarrell Miller, he kind of in upside down right now, so we ain't really hearing from him. He's already fought Gerald Washington, like you said. Charles Martin. I don't think Ortiz really wants that fight right now, so that's a good look. And I mean, I don't rate Dominic Breazeale as one of the elites, but I do tout him pretty highly. I think he's a pretty tough heavyweight, and that's a pretty tough fight for Adam. So I wouldn't mind seeing it. Sounds like a good fight to me.
What's
You
your
know me,
thoughts
man.
on Christian
Always at
Hammer?
work. He don't speak no English, bro. Like, he got a hard head, but that's about it. I mean, what else can you say about him? Outside of the Ortiz fight, I'd never really heard of him. So, you know, that's not a fight that I'm looking to see. I mean, plus Adam not a power puncher like that. So it's not like I see him knocking him out. You know, I just see him beating the shit out of Christian Hammer for 12 rounds straight. And that doesn't sound like a highly competitive fight. I see Dominic Breazeale at least being competitive with him. You know, he's been knocked out by two of the strongest heavyweights in the division. So, you know, everybody else, you know, he's had a pretty good chin against. And I don't know what Adam's power is like, but it's not guaranteed he can knock out Breazeale. So that could be a good slugfest for 12 rounds, man. You never know. And Breazeale got power. He could knock Adam out too. So that still makes for a good fight, man. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to all my other people at work, working like me, listening in. Shout out to all the motherfuckers that was on here for 14 hours yesterday. And shout out to TBV, man. Please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast, because it's TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you're stupid. Shout out to El Camino. Peace. Thanks again, Ness.
No doubt, champ. Thank you for joining in. I want to thank everybody that continues to support TBV throughout this shutdown that YouTube has us on. But we're going to go from Detroit to sunny Florida.
El gran campeón puertorriqueño,
You got this.
Damn, my bad, King. My bad. I ain't see Chicago Steve on the ringer. Sorry about that. We'll be right back to you. Steve, what it do?
Yeah, good morning, Ness. How you doing?
Morning. How are you? What do you think about this matchup?
Yeah, this is a great fight. I like this. This is a good barometer for both of these guys. The winner of this, you know, can jump into some type of contender status with one of the champs. So, yeah, I'm not against Breazeale. You know, if he could pull this out, you know, hey, you can be reborn again. Look at AJ. He lost. He came back. So, yeah, I don't think we should bury a guy over a loss. You know, even if he lost to both those, AJ and Wilder. No, this is a good test for both of these guys. This is a good in-house fight, and yeah, I'm all for it.
Well, all right, Steve, man. Thanks for calling in. What do you think about that Christian Hammer option that people are floating around?
No, this is better. I don't like that. I think this is a better for Kownacki. This is a better barometer.
All right,
this is a better test.
I definitely like it. Well, Steve, man, thanks for calling in. We're gonna go out to Keem in Florida. Keem, I chopped you in half, brother. Chopped you in half.
So, man, you missed the best part of my intro, bro.
Yo, I actually did that on purpose. I it out the part everybody wants to jump you for.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
I made that one on purpose, man. I made it with that one specifically, man. But yeah, no, listen, man. I like this fight. I think it's gonna be a good fight. You know, I think it's something that Kownacki needs. You know what I mean? He needs to start getting them names on his resume. And I appreciate your little rant earlier about, you know, no matter if a guy got 1 or 2 losses, man, it's fucking boxing. Like, what's wrong with these people in this? You know, dude takes a loss and whatever, that shit is whack. So I appreciated your rant on that. But yeah, I think it's a good fight because I like the fact that Dominic Breazeale's not coming back with a soft touch either. You know, I don't consider I don't consider Kownacki a tune-up by any means. You know what I'm saying, or a light work for Breazeale, which I thought he would do because after he got knocked out, didn't he go into hiding for a little bit, like got off social media and shit. So I thought maybe he was, you know, kind of devastated, but it seems like he's good. He's going to come back still talking shit. He's going after a tough opponent. So, you know, I think it'd be a real good fight, man. I'm excited for this one. I'm definitely going to tune into it, man. But yeah, that's all I had, man. Appreciate the show, Ness.
King, man, thank you as always for calling. We're going out to Rel in New Mexico. What it do? Good morning.
Morning, TBV. Smash the like button, Patreon family. I want to say that I truly feel like the winner of this fight should go up against Luis Ortiz. I know Luis coming off of a knockout loss, but he lost to Wilder 2 times. Other than that, he undefeated still. So I just feel like with this fight, it gives Breazeale the chance to redeem himself, to show that he can still fight with top contenders. And then, like, the winner just take on Luis Ortiz because he ain't got much time left. He already old and shit. And I just feel like, you know, the winner of this match, whoever faced Luis Ortiz, solidified a title shot. You know, that's the way that I see it. Wilder said in his rematch against Ortiz, Adam was in attendance. And he said he hoped they give Ortiz a shot. So I do want to see Ortiz fight the winner of this fight. But, yeah, it's a good fight.
Rel, man, thanks for calling in. I'm seeing Mr. UK's own Kieran Butts still talking about Christian Hammer is more durable. So we're going to Christian Hammer, and we just want to see what he got. Loss to Luis Ortiz, unanimous 10. Loss to Alexander Povetkin, unanimous 10. Win over David Price and Eric Contemper. Michael Sprott. Loss to Tyson Fury. Win to Kevin Johnson, the Kingpin. And a win to Danny Williams, who shared the ring with Tyson. Mike Tyson. He's got a loss to Maurice Vac. And a loss to Bidikindo, who no one's ever heard of. And another loss to Robert Gregor. I don't know. You see, the losses from Breazeale come from the top. So, you know, for you to say that this guy is more durable than that guy, it's kind of unfair when this guy hasn't faced AJ or Wilder. He's only faced the light-punching Tyson Fury and lost to Tyson Fury by stoppage. We would have expected Lewis to stop him, and he didn't. Lackluster fight. But I don't see the durability when he lost to Maurice Vac. Everyone beats Maurice Vac. But I get you. But this is what I see. A lot of German flags, which means no TV time in the U.S., which means not very much cachet off of this name. 17 ranked in the world, number 1 in Germany. We know him, but again, it just isn't the best name in my opinion. I'm sorry. And the durability factor can't really be taken into question, being as though that this man hasn't been in there with Wilder or AJ, who Breazeale did face, you know, who are punchers. I'm sure Breazeale would not have lost to Tyson Fury by knockout and instead by decision. Hammer, on the other hand, retired on his stool. So I don't know about durability, Mr. Kieran Betts. I do not know. Let's go to Majed in Florida. What up?
Not much. Everybody need to like the video, you know, get more people to come in. But yeah, man, I like the fight. I like the Breazeale Kownacki. Shit, I don't know who the favorite is, but if I had to choose, I'm just choosing the underdog to get some more money off of it. But other than that, if Kownacki win, he know that when he call here, he gonna have to answer to you about that Luis Ortiz fight. You know, so I mean, shit, shout out to just good shit coming in the future. You know, and that's all I got, man.
Majed, man, thanks for calling in. Enjoy your day at work. We're going to go to Steve in the UK. Good morning or good afternoon to you.
Yeah, Mess, how's it going?
All good.
No Mike today?
Nah, he has a doctor's appointment.
Fair enough. I shouldn't be asking anyway. I'm not his dad. Yeah, no, I like this fight, man. I'm not high on Kownacki as you guys are. I don't think he punches hard enough to really mess with the elites of the division. But you know, if he beats Breazeale, it gives him a name on his record. That's, you know, if you look at his Kownacki's record, he's got Martin, Ariola, and then potentially Breazeale. He'd be the best of those three. So yeah, it just pushes him forward. But other than that, it is what it is, isn't it? You know, everybody else is stand up. One thing that I would say though is Michael Hunter isn't the A side. So if Bob's prepared to make a big enough offer, I'm sure Eddie would let him go.
If Bob's gonna make an offer to Michael Hunter,
yeah, you know,
for
on
what fight?
On a one-fight basis. For one fight, yeah, because
but for which
Michael
fight?
Hunter, sorry,
Hunter versus who though? Which fight?
Kownacki.
Well, Kownacki is with PBC and Al, so it would be.
Sorry, Al. Sorry, not Bob. Sorry, Kownacki. But Al should make an offer to Michael Hunter because he's not A side, and it's a big. You know, it's one American based and an American fighter.
I don't know, man. I don't know that Hunter's a big enough name to go through all that hoopla for. You got enough inventory on your side before you start sending offers to a fringe contender. Like he ain't bubbling yet, right? Like he would have had his name popping had he got a knockout over Povetkin, but it was a draw that I thought he deserved to win, but it still needs a redo. So it's like, you know, why send him an offer? Like he ain't really. You know what I'm saying? He got unfinished business.
Yeah, he does. I'm just trying to think of what's possible for Adam really. Like, and I'd say I think
after this, it's title shot. You know what I mean? I don't think they're gonna go Breazeale Hunter title shot. If they do, well, you know that would be telling. Or it would have to be the landscape. But I believe it's Breazeale who's coming off of basically 2 losses because they got to keep him undefeated, right? He doesn't want to lose his shot. Like, you lose your shot and you don't cash in on the investment of however many years he's been working. So, yeah, I think after Breazeale, for it to be Hunter, that's pretty difficult. I don't think that goes down that way. J-Mac, coming back to you. What's up? Everybody on Blog Talk, remember you got to press 1 at least one time for me to get to you. J-Mac, if you're just listening, no problema. We'll go back to Stainless then. Adam Kownacki not really bringing them out. No Stainless on the boomerang? All right. Well. That's it then, ladies and gents. We have gotten to we got Brandon calling in. I was about to say, we pretty much got to the end of it. Brandon in Cincinnati, talk to me.
Hold on, let me get you off speaker, my guy. What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. You know, I mean, I really don't like the fight because I was, you know, contender in life if we never had to see Dominic Breazeale again in boxing. When you broke down the landscape, he is the best name available. So I guess I'm cool with it. I mean, I don't think highly of Breazeale. I really don't think highly of Kownacki. You know, I don't think he's that great. I think he's just, you know, food on the menu for when he steps up and fights a top guy. So I'm expecting, you know, a funny fight, man. 2 fat guys, man, titties and jelly rolls flapping around, sloppy shit, you know, a lot of punches being thrown. Now, I don't think too much of the fight. I think it might be a little competitive. I'm expecting Adam to get the win, though. Like I said, man, it is what it is. Neither one of these guys, in my opinion, are top guys or really even that good of guys. They got that, you know, what's that shit they used to come on TV, tough man competition? They more of tough man competition fighting style guys. Just gonna throw a lot of punches, not much skill and shit. So it is what it is with this one, man. I'm expecting Kownacki to get the win, but when he steps up, fight somebody in the top 5, he's food. But that's my call.
Damn, call my man, put my man on the menu. He on the menu. Listen, don't forget to add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. We got a few more people calling in. We're going out to Trey. What's going on?
I'm just listening.
All right. Colorado, Stone Bone Boxing.
Yo. I think it's a good fight. I'm picking Kownacki by. It won't be a Wilder type knockout, but it's gonna be. You know, he got thud and power, so I think it'll be a nice little beat up. After the Breazeale with the Urban Dictionary shit, and Wilder knocked the motherfucking grease out his head. I was just so happy. I want Kownacki to do the same because he probably gonna disrespect Kownacki, talking about, oh, we don't talk that Polish stuff in America. You know what I mean? So get his ass out, Kownacki. Put some hands on winning, so you can be the next one of the foods that Wilder can pick off the plate while AJ is ducking. So that's my pick on that.
All right. Got a lot of people jumping in on Skype. We're going to give that a few minutes. We're going to head on out to, let me see here. Is this a new caller? I believe so. In Atlanta, 444. First time caller. First time caller?
How you doing, Ness? Yes, Ness. How you doing this morning? First time caller, this Q. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, brother. Thank you for participating, man. Where you calling in from?
Well, Atlanta, but I'm in California right now.
Okay. So you said your name is Q?
Yeah.
All right, Q in Atlanta. Talk to us, brother. What do you think about this fight?
I think that during the circumstances, it's probably the best fight that you can get. I was really hoping to see a better test for Kownacki, maybe like a Dillian White or Luis Ortiz, since he's really trying to gun for that WBC and a title spot with Wilder. I'd have much rather saw that fight. But again, you was great at pointing out that, hey, this is basically all he has, and dealing with the promotion side of it. Yeah, who's gonna really try to go out their way to really make a fight with him when it's like it's not going to be a big money generating fight. So, overall good fight. But again, I hope that he actually tries to fight maybe Dillian White or Luis Ortiz next. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for calling in. You know what? He's got a point, though. Before the whole Dillian White, scandal, I don't think we would have put it past Dillian. Like, I don't think we would have doubted whether or not Dillian would fight Adam without a title. And what I mean by that is, how I just said Adam probably not going to get in a tough fight because they want to get that money. You know what I mean? So it's like he's highly ranked, so he's waiting for his shot. So they're not going to do a Dillian White. But I think that Dillian White would do a Adam. You know what I mean? But it's also different for Dillian. He's a pay-per-view guy over there. He gets a little, he's an A side if he's not fighting AJ. So, if he fought Adam, right, it would be over there, if he made the offer to Adam, obviously, you know what I mean? But Adam would have to think about it. Like, do I want to fight Dillian White in a tough fight for non-title when I'm on the cusp of a title shot versus AJ, where the mandatory split, there's no need to negotiate, and if I win, there's no worry about a rematch. It's not a lot of people that would gamble that opportunity. The Dillian White offer, that shit would have to be nice. You know what I mean? And then and again, for it to be nice, Adam got to go to the UK. I don't know that his handlers want that, being as though he's ranked number 3 basically across the board, right? Like, remember, his manager is not Al Heyman. His manager is Keith Conley, same manager of Daniel Jacobs, Marcus Brown, Sergey Derevyanchenko. All these dudes that you've been hearing been getting massive amount of money they last couple of fights, all right? Jacobs rumored 12 to 15 mil for the Canelo fight. And then who's his other guy that Derevyanchenko, 5.5 or 5.7 for the Gennady fight. So my man is doing his thing. And it's like I said, when I sat down with him, I said, yo, that was a fantastic fight. Obviously, is not what I expected from Adam in the Areola fight. Would y'all do it again? He's like, no. No, I don't want to put my guy through that again. So I'm thinking to myself, if you don't want to put him through that, Well, you definitely don't want to put him through Dillian White. You know what I mean? You don't want to. Not to say that Dillian is all this much better. I'm just saying, Dillian got that pop. You know what I mean? He's laying that left hook on you, and tables could turn real quick. But let me get out to New Orleans Mastermind. NO, talk to us.
Ooh. What's down with you, Ness?
What it do, champ? Good morning, man.
Good morning, dog. I'm trying to see what type of breakfast I'm about to hook up right quick. You hear me? I make the best motherfucking banana pancakes in the South. So you already know, like, I'm in high demand when I'm at home. You hear me? But
bruh, when you going all this truck driving? When you gonna open up the restaurant? Last time you talking about you make gumbo. Now you talking about you make pancakes. You might as well open up a restaurant.
Dog, I'm versatile. Like I'm about to start selling crawfish out here. You hear me? Look, they gonna let me hit up over the head for like $9 a pound. So I'm about to eat this summer. But yeah, I've been on some real shit. I've been thinking about that shit, man. The family, you hear me? And I might be looking at like 2021 before I do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to put another truck on the road and shit. But on this boxing shit, dog, man, I think it's a good fight, Ness. I think it's a good fight. Everybody want to see Breazeale take another ass whooping, and that'll be a good test for Kownacki. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really see nobody else. Like, I guess Kownacki, he not gonna fight none of them young dudes. We already knew that. He not gonna fight Joe Joyce. He not gonna fight Dubois. None of them. So I guess we gotta take the Breazeale fight. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see him against Dubois, or maybe see the Juggernaut too. What about the African dude? What's my man name?
Ajaga?
FE. What about FE?
Man, Ronnie ain't doing that shit. Ronnie ain't crazy. Neither is Shelly, bro. You seen FA get dropped by Lidos, and I bet you. Adam beat that dude. Kaleidos Lides or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. Let me double check though. I'm pretty sure my man Adam Kownacki beat him. Let me see. CYP, get your Bluetooth together. You up next, champion. Yeah, I go Kaleidos. Adam beat him in Barclays, KO'd him in 6. So FA got dropped. Adam knocked him out. No knockdown for Adam. And that's what I'm saying. Like, bruh, I know people getting mad, but just think about this before I go to the next caller, man. And this ain't no knock on nobody, but just like when we start saying, oh, this dude ain't fight nobody. He should fight Dillian while he wait for a title shot. Who out here got this type of resume, bruh? Like, let's just be real. You know what I mean? He's in contention right there behind Dillian White, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? In terms of best resume without a title shot. Him, Big Baby, Dillian White. Look, Rodney Hernandez, y'all know that's a durable veteran, right? Then he fought Arthur Spielka, knocked him out. Then he fought Kaleidos, knocked him out. Then he fought Martin, got the win. Then he fought Gerald Washington, knocked him out. Then he fought Areola, got the win. Now he about to fight Breazeale. Stop, man. Don't disrespect this dude. Like, everybody's trajectory is different, but these are all solid. The minute his team says time to turn it up, and they did that with Arthur, that was his step up, right? Because Rodney Hernandez was just a journeyman. Arthur Spielka was his step up. That was his test. Boom, boom, got him out. Next one, Kaleidos. You know what I'm saying? He only had one loss at the time, trained by Freddie Rose. Boop, boop, get him out of there. Charles Martin, former world champion. Boop, boop, get him out of there. Gerald Washington, common opponent with Deontay Wilder. Bat, get him out of there. Areola, another common opponent with Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? That's where, and that's why they going with Breazeale. We all know that Areola fight was a little bit tougher than it should, man. And I know y'all looking at this like fight fans, but Keith Conley is a business, and he invested in Adam. He got to get that money back. So right now, this is probably a sidestep, a showcase, especially since they rumoring it to be on Fox. He got to look good. And what better way to look good than versus a previous Deontay Wilder opponent? Come on, this is beautiful. For Wilder, it's a win-win. For Wilder, win-win. You know why? Because Breazeale is your opponent, right? If he beats the undefeated Adam, well, then you just solidified yourself. Also does AJ, right? Because AJ beat Breazeale. And then you got then you got another opponent anyway, because now if Breazeale beats Adam, he going to be a mandatory or something back up the line pretty soon. And if negotiations can't happen with AJ, you got inventory. It's not that everybody wants a Breazeale rematch, but you got inventory. It strengthens your resume if Breazeale can win. If he can't win, it just makes Adam a better fight for us. It's like, okay, yeah, Adam and Wilder, that's a good fight now, because Adam keep going down the line, chopping dudes down. CYP, talk to me.
So me, who's it on?
CYP. Claim your position,
all
champ.
right. Listen this, man. You know what's crazy is that I love this fight. I think it's awesome. I hope that the UK have the same energy for Dillian White when he get knocked out by Wilder, because that would be 2 knockout losses to 2 champions. I hope y'all feel the same way that y'all feeling about Breazeale. What y'all doing is y'all trying to discredit Breazeale because he lost to Wilder. That's what y'all do all the time. See, you ain't got to discredit Breazeale, because the truth of the matter is Martin is out there. Charles Martin is out there. We talking about a dude who, at this point, I ain't talking about his future, he's never headlined. We talking about a dude who only fought on TV 3 times, who is never going to be mentioned in the history of boxing unless you talk about his loss to AJ. That's the champion that y'all that y'all guys beat. Don't go putting down the other boxers, because at this point, Breazeale beat Charles Martin ass. So I don't really want to hear all this disrespect. And Charles Martin has that big old devastating 1 knockout loss to AJ. So y'all need to think about these things before y'all go hating, because we know what your whole line is. Your line is to take it right back to Wilder and his resume. Stop it. Because Dominic Breazeale was ranked higher when he fought Wilder than when he fought AJ. Yes, that's a fact. He was ranked higher when he fought Wilder than when he fought AJ. This fight right here is a pick'em fight, 50-50, and I'm willing to put up just one bet of $100 because it's a 50-50 fight. For anybody who wants to pick Kownacki, I'll go.
Chill, champ. Chill. Don't do 50-50, champ. I don't know, man. I hear you, but Breazeale's pretty wide. I like Adam. He comes down the pipe. You know what I mean? And we gotta see what's left with Breazeale. But man, you really like it. You doing 50-50. I wouldn't do 50-50. Definitely Adam is the favorite in my opinion. But that's just my humble opinion. Wait, ain't Rel and New Mexico Rel the same person, I believe? So Vito Malaysia, talk to me.
Yeah, what's up, Ness?
What up?
It's a good matchup, but I can think of two matchups that would have been better. I don't know if this Joe Joyce used to be signed to Amon. I don't know if he's still with
but Joe Joyce is in negotiations right now with Frank and Dubois. Like, there's been plenty. Even BT's putting out stuff on their Instagram about those negotiations. So I highly doubt they're gonna go to an American that could beat Joe Joyce and lose that domestic rivalry match.
I don't know if he can beat Joe Joyce. That would have been a good matchup, like it to be an instant classic, you know.
I mean, Joe Joyce didn't want none of that smoke. I think Sam Jones realized the landscape of the PBC heavyweights and decided he had a better opportunity with the BT heavyweights, which there are no BT heavyweights. So they made up their mind. He was over there. He could have got plenty of heavyweight action over there.
Well, another matchup that I would have preferred. I know you don't want to hear this, Ness, but Andy Ruiz and Kownacki would have been like late. Like it would have been fire.
I like that fight, but you got to think about it, bro. My man ain't back yet. His own trainer said they haven't heard from him since December 7th. Like, they got to get a hold of him, and we got to see what sort of shape he's in. He's got to get a tune-up. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff happening with Andy. I hear you. That's a fight that can still be made down the line.
Yeah, and since they're trying to build they're talking about putting Andy's against Wilder in the future, you know, that would have been like a really good matchup, because I don't want to see anyone fight Luis Ortiz again, of which Luis Ortiz might win, and then we'll now be talking of a trilogy.
See right there, you a fake boxing fan. You don't want to see Luis Ortiz get a shot because you're fearful that Luis Ortiz is going to win, and then you're fearful we're going to see Ortiz back at the top. Well, that just says everything that you feel about Ortiz, man. Come on, bro. You should be more of a Wilder fan. If you know that Luis Ortiz could beat any one of these guys and be back at the top, come on, champion. Come on. Y'all terrible sometimes, man. See, I don't know, man. I like all these fights. I think there's no rush. I think Andy deserves some time to reflect. You know, the man got to go check what happened, man. He's got to figure out where he went wrong, why he decided not to gamble on himself or bet on himself. He gambled on himself for sure. He just didn't bet on himself. And he needs to decide why'd he do that? Why'd he choose to do that versus, you know, a guy like AJ in the biggest fight of his career? He had the keys to the kingdom, man. He had the keys to the kingdom, and he let that slip away. So I don't think that emotionally he's ready to be back versus Adam in a headline in New York City on Fox again. It would be beautiful if he was of that caliber, that after a big fight like Mikey, he could come right back. But even like Mikey's been out the ring what now? You know, it would be almost a year when he comes back. So everybody needs time, man. Ass whippings are not easy to swallow, man. If you've ever lost in anything, imagine it times 100. That's what boxing feels like. All these eyes are on you. You know, everyone watching you, commentators commentating, critics talking. Shit ain't easy, bro. Shit ain't easy. Terrell, are you Rel? Just so I know, I don't want to not go to you. You are? Okay. All right. All right. So then that means we go into Boomerang J-Mac for the third time. I hear you if you're working, champ. It's all good. I was on that road. CYP Boomerang then.
Yeah. Here we go. I read the comments and I give y'all love in the comments because that's the only time anybody talks to you or pays any attention to you stupid fucking idiots. Anyway, so if 2 losses make you trash, then Derek Chirosa is super fucking trash. And so let's just stop calling him a top heavyweight because 2 knockout losses, you suck. Now, y'all could disagree or agree with the Breazeale versus Kownacki, but as I said, any person who wants that $100 bet, I don't mind losing it because it's a good fight. What did y'all get about that? It's a good fight. And then some dude gonna tell me, oh, it don't matter because Breazeale was undefeated when he fought AJ. I said, oh, so the fuck was Dillian White when he fought AJ? I think he's top 5, top 7 right now. So I guess he ain't really top 5 or top 7 because he ain't undefeated no more. Like y'all say some stupid, dumb ass shit, and y'all always calling us low IQ. Man, y'all motherfuckers is the real low IQ. That's why you always say that shit. Because really, your IQ is lower than ours. And I ain't talking about the British population. I'm talking about you fuckers who get on here and talk about we're obsessed. If we're obsessed, do us a favor. Take your ass off of this channel. Go start a UK channel talking about UK boxing and see if you see anybody from this channel show up to support. It won't happen. CYP out.
Stainless, Boomerang.
I'm gonna take this phone call. I'll be right back. Hey, give me the segment. Gotta switch off Bluetooth.
Yo, Stainless, your Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Your Bluetooth actually sounded all right today.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It usually does. It's when I'm switching out and everything. You know what I'm saying? So that y'all hearing that, or like I jump in my car or something real quick to quiet it down, man. Again, man, shout out to all y'all brave enough to call in, man. To y'all suckers in the chat who I ain't never heard on TBV, eat one fresh in the morning. or for your lunch snack if you're over there in the UK and it's midday for you. To all my people over in Europe, not just UK, big ups to you. To all the people here who rocking out at work, big ups to you. If you often lucky enough to smoke today like I usually do, big ups to you. And special shout out to all y'all motherfuckers in them trucks on the road, man. Be careful out there, man. It's TBV for life. Push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode. It's TBV for life. If you ain't on Patreon, that's because you stupid. Shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Stainless, man. Thanks for calling in. And oh, Boomerang.
Yeah, and that's bro. But I mean, I ain't mad. I ain't mad at the fight, though. I ain't mad at the fight, bro. It just I don't know. It just them two names together, bro. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Like the thing is, though. Let's see, what if Breazeale win? Then what? What that mean after that, Ness? If Breazeale win that fight, would he about to get another shot? Like where he go from there?
I mean, if Breazeale win, he don't get another shot per se, but he's definitely on that right track because Adam is number 3 in the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO. So Breazeale would be there, right? So like Breazeale beats Adam. Maybe he's in an eliminator with Joseph Parker to be the mandatory for whoever fights Usyk or Usyk versus AJ. You know, like he's gonna be knocking on the door. This is a big fight. It's not a big fight for Adam. It is for both, right? Because Adam can't take it lightly. He'll lose his position, and for Breazeale, he ain't even on the rankings, bro. He not in the top 15 of nobody. He may be the IBO, but I don't see him on the WBO, IBF, WBC, WBA. So for him, this is a fight of his life. He need to get back in. He on life support. Yeah. He win this fight, we can take him off the machine.
Yeah, Kownacki, he gonna have to take this fight serious, bro. Like, you know, like when you put it to me like that, bro. Yeah, Breazeale really. Yeah, he can't take this L. He take this L. He going to the bottom of the barrel. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, bro, I'm not being disrespectful. They're going to take it that way, but he's already at the bottom. If you ain't even ranked, and Tom Schwartz is, Frank Sanchez is, like, who the fuck is Chris Lovejoy and Breazeale ain't in nobody rankings?
Who is Lovejoy? Who is that?
Bro, hell if I know. Hell if I. He a heavyweight, though, but he there. Look, there's another one, Melden Mahias. I like... Kujimoto is still number 15 in the top in the WBO, and Fujimoto, the dude that Daniel Dubois. So for Breazeale, he at the bottom. When you got a dude with 12 fights already ranked above you, and you not even there. Trevor Bryan, we never seen him on TV a day in our life, and he ranked above Dominic. Dominic need to fight.
Wait, but how Dominic drive that low and he was the number 1 contender, or he lost to the champion? How did he drop all the way off the rankings like that?
Bruh, the same way Sean Porter was in a unification fight with Earl Spence, and now he number 10 in the IBF. They disrespectful, that's why. They disrespectful. Them rankings don't care about you.
Wait, Ness, you might have to check that again, dog. You sure he dropped all the way that low?
Bruh, I'm looking at the WBC rankings, which was updated December 13th. So we less than a month away from the last update, and he's not on the WBC. December 3rd was the last update for the IBF. He ain't there. 19th of December was the last update for the WBO. He ain't there. And January 4th, which was 3 days ago, was the WBA, and he ain't there. He got to fight. He got to fight like his life depend on it, because it basically do. If he loses this fight, then he becomes Amir Mansour. It's just that simple. He becomes Amir Mansour. He loses this fight, his next fight might be versus F.A. Ajagba. And then after that, Daniel Dubois. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't lose this fight, or is over, spirals downhill, is Dunsky. You know what I'm saying? He can't lose this fight. Only way he could lose this fight is looking fucking good, where people like, yo, bruh, I want to see him back. Him versus Areola, those was 2 dog fights, or yo, he deserved a rematch, or yo, he got robbed. But like, he lose this fight, Let me see where Dominic Breazeale is at. Let me see where he at on BoxRec, bro. Just to see, because if Tom Schwartz was 57 when he fought Fury, and he's still ranked, Tom Schwartz is still number 12 on the WBO. That's why WBO fuck with whoever they ain't playing, bro. They love they peoples. Dominic Breazeale he number 15 on BoxRec and still can't get ranked top 15 on any of the sanctioning bodies. At least BoxRec, they put him in the right place. Let me see if I think anybody deserves to be in front. They got AJ, Wilder, Usyk. That's retarded. It's Fury, Ruiz, Dillian White, Povetkin, Pulev, Ortiz, Luis Ortiz, Derek Chisora, Adam Kownacki, Michael Hunter, Joseph Parker, Philip Hrgovic, Dominic Breazeale. Yeah, Rivas deserves to be ahead of Breazeale. Yeah, I guess, for Breazeale, I don't know if they'll ever fight because they probably sparred a lot. But if Breazeale loses this, he could always come back versus Washington. Washington is on the rebuild. His biggest win right now is Robert Helenius, so he needs to keep rebuilding. And look, FA is number 23, so it's like I said, if Breazeale loses this, he becomes a Mir Mansour. He's going on the resume of a guy like FA, easy, quick, in a hurry. But, man, I tried to stretch it out long enough, fellas. It is over. CYP close us out with the third boomerang.
Hey, I ain't got much to say that I ain't already said, but like I continue to say, if y'all got issues with us, point us in the direction of that UK channel that's cracking, that's popping every single morning, that got characters and personalities that let you speak your voice. Hey, and maybe we'll go there and flag that motherfucker too. Because don't nobody want to hear about the UK or they weak ass boxing, not even y'all. That's why y'all here every day. So remember, it's TBV. I'm real, I'm authentic, and you can't even listen to TBV without CYP in it. There you go, CYP out.
Peace. Who was this? Someone said Breazeale washes Ajagba. I mean, maybe, but I don't know about after a fucking Adam loss. So it's like I'm saying, he's got to dig deep. He wants this win, man. I want to thank everybody that tuned in. There's a whole bunch of you guys here, man. That's so official. I wish the same amount of people watching was hitting the thumbs up. But, yeah, man, this is the backup channel. Please do us a favor and subscribe, because we found out this time, that, like, if you get flagged or whatever, there's no way to tell you guys. Like, they don't even let you use the old channel until your suspension is up. So I wasn't able to notify you. This would be the only way to notify you, or through Patreon. So if you're not a Patreon, you might want to subscribe to the backup channel right here at youtube.com/Nestor Gibbs. TBV talks a lot of UK boxing. This guy is mad. I do. I try to talk. Listen, when I started, it wasn't like that. I was really American-based, but I understood quickly, even though it probably was slowly for the listeners. I definitely dragged my feet. But I want to feel like it wasn't that, long of a wait. Like, I started to realize, because you got to think about it. Like, back in the day, your guys was like, Darren Barker and Gavin Reese and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it changed. Things changed. You got guys like Callum Smith and even John Ryder's looking decent, Billy Joe, et cetera, UK boxing is definitely there. And I get CYP, but I think we need you guys. I think we need a rival. We need to have that back and forth to make these fights big. Like, if you guys didn't big up Dillian White, that fight won't be big. I can't wait for Wilder to take that fight. Like, that's the one I want, bro. I want that shit so bad. So bad. Speaking of Wilder, I will be going to his camp, man. So stay tuned to Patreon for further details. Going to be making that trip pretty soon. So if you want the champ to answer your questions, you already know where to head on over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice, the best way to support TBV and ensure that we're here 7 days a week. You know Ness, Solo Dolo, Scarface, no Manolo. I'm going to still put it on for y'all because this is the only sport that I love, the only sport that I watch. And yeah, man, I can just talk this shit all day. That being said, we'll be back. We did do Untitled yesterday, so check that out. We actually released it free right here on the Nestor Gibbs channel, so you can check that out and find out what Untitled's all about. No need to go to Patreon, but you know, by checking it out here, you can at least see what Patreon Untitled episode that is all about. We also did an episode with Gary Russell yesterday where it was a very candid interview. He answered all our Patreon questions from the people and answered everything that we wanted him to answer. So you can check that out right here at youtube.com/Nestor Gibbs or find that on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, everywhere. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell because I will be back later on this afternoon. Today is Wednesday, media workout for Julian Williams in Philadelphia. So we'll see what action that produces as we want to follow the unified champion on his showcase fight versus Jenison Rosario, the Dominican. Arrivederci.